Hey friends, welcome to Wednesday and another episode of Love the Ones You're With. I'm really excited to bring a couple of guests with me today. I'm going to be inviting them in. We're going to have another really fun episode. For those of you that are new to Love the Ones You're With, this is a series dedicated to talking about fun ways to love on the clients we already have, instead of just funneling new ones into our database. So welcome, girls.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
So excited to have you both here. First time I've had two guests on split screen. This is fun.
Say that again?
I said it's the first time I've had two guests instead of one.
Yep,
So I know that means
We're gonna cuddle here.
How are you?
Having us.
Absolutely. We're excited too.
Thanks. I'm excited to have you here. So for people who are new to you, I would love for you to start by introducing yourselves. Tell us a little bit about you, where you work, and then we're going to jump right into some of the things you do to love on your clients.
Awesome. Well, I'm Sonya Torres, and we're with the Trinidad Torres real estate team with Remax All Stars. We have our own office in Stouffville, but yeah, we service all of York Region, Toronto, and the GTA.
And
Awesome.
Adele Palmer, and I'm on the team with Sonya. I've lived in Stouffville here. We've been here about, 9 years, 10 years? And we've been with Remax All Stars.
Fun. Okay, so for all of my guests that are watching this that have no idea where Stouffville is, so we know you're in the Toronto area.
Yeah.
About how far away is that?
So we're just about, I guess it depends on who you ask and how quickly you drive. So we're just right outside of Markham, which outside of Toronto, it's about, 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Up the 404.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm excited to have you join me. I'm big fans of the stuff you guys put on social media. I stalk you regularly.
Thank you. That's nice.
So tell me, let's talk about some of the things you do that you love to show your clients the love.
Well, to condense it down to 3 items was very difficult. But I think the first thing that, we really enjoy and what we're known for within our community is our community events. And that's a broad spectrum, from anything from sponsoring, Taste the Stouffville. We do hockey teams, lacrosse teams, pretty much anything you name it. One thing that we did recently was also the Stouffville food drive.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a really big one that we're very proud of.
Yeah, for sure. And that's something that's ongoing. And we made a few different notes. And then, even something simple like a PA Day, Community PA Day. We'll sponsor the hockey rink, and everybody can join. And it's open to the public. So it's something for the community, for our clients. It's something for everybody, because Stouffville's a small community, very tight-knit, and pretty much everybody knows everybody. So it's nice. It's a nice outing.
So on a PA Day, which for my American viewers is a day when we don't have school.
That's right. Sorry.
No, it's totally fine. So you rent the local hockey rink. How do you let people know that the local hockey rink is open on that day?
Well, like you said, we do a lot of marketing, a lot of advertising. So we have print ads, there's all kinds of different mechanisms, and we even do drops in the schools themselves, community center. So we pretty much advertise everywhere as well too.
It's gonna sound a little funny to some people because I know they don't always agree with it anymore, but we're not trying to break the wheel. We still door knock.
Yeah.
So we're gonna door knock. We're gonna go around school times. We're gonna invite people that we know are in the school neighborhoods.
So we do something like this.
So Thursday we have an ice cream truck open house happening in the evening. It's finally summer here.
Yeah.
It's finally shorts weather. So we're gonna incorporate that. It was very popular last year. We did it when the market kind of changed. It was a new way to get people out there. And, for our clients, if we're asking them to leave their house at supper time for an open house, which isn't something they're typically asked to do, we're going to make it worth it. So the same thing kind of applies for our Sunday and Saturday open houses. If you're going to leave your house and we're going to have you come in, we're going to make it worth your time.
So everyone's invited for complimentary ice cream on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. in Stouffville.
I think people underestimate the value of an ice cream truck. I'm just saying, right?
Yep. I secretly do it for myself.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
They're kids.
Obviously. What else?
What else? Well, okay, so I talked a little bit about the open house events, but one thing that really resounded with me with your whole series on Love the Ones You're With is that people wanted to talk about how can we utilize our database. And I think one thing that really is important to us is that your database isn't just a database. It's not just a file of people on your computer. It's real people. And I think we should treat people the way we want to be treated. If I'm your client, I want you to do stuff that I see as worthwhile and, you know, love the ones you're with.
Yeah, we're doing movies in the park as well with the town. So we do a lot of cross promotion with them as well. So Friday nights for the next 6 weeks in Stouffville, they do it in the park. And again, we set up shop, and we had Wonder Woman last year that came. They took shots with Wonder Woman. So again, it's a lot of community, but it's a lot of clients. It's all hand in hand.
It's the people that see us. It's the people that we work with. It's the people that refer you. They're real people though.
Yeah.
They're not just a database or
Right.
people you reach out to once every 6 months. It's people you reach out
I
to
love
every
that.
day.
I mean, movies in the park is my favorite thing ever, and I think every community should do it. And I think if people who are watching, if your community doesn't do it, you should totally find a way to sponsor that and make that happen, because it is one of the most, I mean, families, people in general, everyone, they love it.
Pack a
Just
picnic
go
basket,
blanket,
pack a cooler.
So awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And
We
it's
have
nice.
popcorn this year, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah, and then another one of the other items we wanted to touch base on is what we offer in-house. So we have right behind us, you see our little sign here. It says Sonya Torres Design. So we're actually in our own office. So it's our in-house staging and construction team. So it's, you know, prepping the home, post-home as well, new home. So it's an ongoing service. Again, that it's not just, you know, one-trick pony type of deal. It's something that is, like, you know, Adele keeps mentioning, it's an ongoing process. So it's something, again, that, you know, we feel is very important. And again, it's a full circle. Everything ties hand in hand. Real estate, renos, staging,
bulb, fixture
exactly.
changing. Not everybody is a
landscaping.
Right. It's so important, because I think that so many times I was teaching a small group this week, and we were talking about working with buyers, and we were talking about all the things that you should be talking to your buyers about that they don't have any idea. And it's the little things, you know, for both sellers and buyers. So often we forget that our clients don't speak real estate.
That's right.
You know, and we rattle off all these words, and then we say, oh, we just assume they know things. So having full service stuff that's going to help our people get through those really hard, sticky, challenging, confusing times. Like, how do I, you know, like we say to them, make sure your house is show ready. And they go,
what does that mean? Exactly. So
like, does that mean I have to make the bed, or does that mean I have to take everything off the countertops? And, you know, just remembering that loving our clients is about remembering what it's like to be scared and confused the very first time we did this.
And it's overwhelming. It happens really fast. Sometimes you need to be ready in a week. So if I tell you need to change your builder fixture light fixtures that have been in your house for 5 years because you've never known how to change them, if I tell you that you should change those,
I better have
because
someone
it's
to
gonna work,
do it.
Exactly.
Right.
We need to provide that to somebody.
Yeah. No. So
Yeah.
it's and our in-house stager, same thing too. She's like our client care specialist. Like, she'll call them on a weekly basis, and anything that they need. It's something, like, you know, Adele said, so simple as, you know, clearing items off a counter or making a bed fluffy and pretty. There's so many. So again, and if we don't have somebody in-house, we outsource. So again, we support local. So that's huge for us. Supporting local business. So again, whatever we need, we have somebody, you know, that we can find for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's awesome. Just, you know, so I think I read the other day, I can't remember where I saw it, but I read the other day that the most important thing we can do for our client is to solve their problems, which doesn't seem like a big thing, but I just started to think about it and realize, you know, like, every single thing we do, we should be saying, this is why it matters to you, and this is the problem it's going to solve. And there's no better way to love on our clients than to make them feel like, oh, thank God, somebody's got my back. I don't have to figure it out on my own. I love that.
Yeah, for us, it's a whole system, like from the beginning to end. And I know so many people can say that, but it really is. And even like the post care, and it's like, I want you to find a gorgeous house because I'm coming over. So, you know, we're going to make sure that everybody's happy. And again, it is an ongoing, because if they're going to refer somebody, we want to make sure that we take care of that person the same way that we did the initial, you know, client. So it's full circle of life.
I do think that's
Let's talk
post
care for a minute. Post care. Like, you just said that, and I think that's so important, because I mean, full disclosure, I've used 6 real estate agents in my lifetime, and yeah, all over the place. And there's only one of them, of those 6, that's ever reached out to me after the closing.
Wow. That's
That's even.
Wow. Yeah. No, for us, you know what? The funny thing is that, you know, even this morning, I saw 3 of my clients just going out for a walk. And again, inviting them when we do have an ice cream truck, or we are doing an event, or something like Movies Under the Park. It is something that is, you know, is ongoing. But it's your community, it's your neighbors, they're your friends. Now you guys all live in a close knit, and I trade.
You're gonna see them at the grocery store.
Absolutely, I trade where I live, so it's important, right? It's not where my kids live; it's where my kids go to school. So it really is important. And when I say I, it's all of us. That's why it's so important. And we do all of these events. You know, we're on the Stouffville Chamber of Commerce, and you know, we volunteer at all these different events as well too. Like I said, I can bore you to death. But you know, it's important to us because it's life, real life.
Yeah.
Not just
I think it's so important that you said we're going to see them at the grocery store, because it's so common that people go, oh, you know, like I forgot to reach out, then it's been a couple months and now it's awkward. And so now reaching out is uncomfortable. And well, newsflash, it's a whole lot more uncomfortable when you run into them at the grocery store and they're like, hey, haven't heard from you in 2 years.
Absolutely.
I find sometimes I wonder, I'm like, oh my, did I just tag my client again? He bought his house 8 months ago. But you see something that might remind you of them. And I do think a lot of realtors forget that buying a property or selling a property is a very personal, intimate thing. You hang out with them a lot at a very stressful time in their life. And you know, you learn a lot about a person. You might see something that you go, oh, they would love that. I'm just going to send it. And that might not be a traditional reaching out kind of way to do it, but it's real life. And real estate is real life.
Yeah.
I get those texts all the time where my clients said, I feel like we broke up. Like I spent so much time with you and all of a sudden now you're just gone. It's, you know, it's pretty interesting. But again, you know, it's, if you keep the conversation going, it doesn't feel awkward, right? And we don't want it to end either.
No. Clients become friends, and that's what should happen sometimes.
That's awesome. Well, anything else in particular that you wanted to share about what you do to love on your clients? I think you have some great ideas.
Oh boy, let me see.
Like paragraphs and
notes. Well,
keep going then.
I know. Okay, well, we can. Well, so we touched on our open houses. So the open houses are always like a real like event. So from barbecues, we have like the ice cream truck, as we mentioned, but you know, it's the flags, the balloons, all kinds of stuff. And we have a truck as well too. So, and this truck, actually, I should mention that. We use it for staging, but then we also, you know, have clients, whatever items that they're getting rid of. We have a care and share right on our street on the same where that our office is located. So
Salvation Army style building.
They'll pack it up and then we drop it off. And again, full circle of life, it'll go to another family that's in need. So everything that we do, yes, there's branding, yes, there's all, you know, these other mechanisms, but we stay relevant in the community, and they know that it's not just about the real estate. It really is customer service. It is client service. So from, you know, having it fully catered, every single open house we do is fully catered. There's always food.
Sushi, candy, kids' food. Crackers and cheese. It might not get.
I have groupies that come and they're like, we're coming for our snacks. But, you know, eventually, and again, a lot of referral business comes from that. You know, like they say, these girls, this team here, like they care. And, you know, they're inviting the community. And again, maybe the neighbor is not going to buy the house, but maybe the neighbor has a friend. Maybe the neighbor has a family member that wants to buy that house. So again, it's putting it out there, but putting it out there without being, you know, such a salesman, right? And yeah, these are some of our VIP open house cards that we drop, again, for every open house. And again, all of our details are there. So again, it's staying consistent, right? Because you want to do the same for every single listing.
And every client says the same thing. Oh, are my neighbors going to come in? And I say, yes, because I'm going to invite them. And then they'll walk in and I'll already know that they're a neighbor. So I can approach them with that kind of an angle instead of, are you directly trying to just, like, you can actually say, oh, I met you the other day. I invited you. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah. I love that. Such a good idea, right? Because people go, oh, I hate the nosy neighbors, but why not, you know, make it a thing and say, hey, you know, stop by, but also I'd love for you to tell me, you know, how do you think this compares to your house? And all of a sudden they're looking at the house as a potential sale.
It's a new conversation.
You know, like it's just relationship building. Like, it's just, people are people, not leads.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Exactly. And that's what we treat. And I think people feel that. You feel the genuinity that's behind it when you're having a conversation with somebody, whether if they have a realtor or not. You're there to sell the home, to represent it, and you never know when that person may come back. You know, we've again acquired a lot of clients. It is a job interview, or a prospecting, or whatever you want to refer to it, when you do have an open house. So it has to be on point, and you are the one that the seller has chosen to represent that home. So do a good job, right?
In my notes here, I wrote that we need to show up. And I mean, if you walk into an open house and someone is sitting there for 2 hours and they've been on their phone and that's it, they don't have anything there, they didn't make an effort, they just came. And everyone's been to those open houses, but you come into some and you see that they put the effort out there, and then you can reach out and they remember you. They might have gone to 12 open houses that weekend, but maybe yours is the one that they're going to remember.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's so important that we think about the everyday things that we do as a way to be extraordinary. I think so many times we think of open houses and, just listed and door knocking as not just old school, but just, everybody does it. But there are so many ways to make it special and make it something that not everybody is doing, and really show people the love. I mean, I went into an open house, maybe 6 years ago now, and it was 2 days before Christmas, and I honestly wasn't really intending on buying a house, and I walked in and the agent sort of was like sitting there flipping channels, and he said, nobody's buying, not this time of year. And the crazy thing is I walked out of that open house down the street into another open house and ended up buying that house the next day.
Wow.
And didn't use that agent who said, oh, nobody's buying right now, it's the time of year, because I just thought, like,
they are.
I know, right?
I always sell a house.
Perception.
It's
just perception of, like, is this person about me, or are they about them, right?
That's right.
It goes a long way.
It does go a long way, and that was one of the things that I really stood out to me about how things are done differently with us, is that you meet people that met them at an open house years ago, and then they're just coming back, and it's because we're so lovely.
Yeah.
It's for the food.
Exactly.
It's the purple crust pizza.
And food.
I'm
and
okay
ice
with
cream
it.
truck.
I'm good with it. No, and even going back
to ladies.
Thank you. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I try and keep these short, so I will let you have a sort of a closing if you had one last thing. But I also want to make sure that you add in, how can people reach you if they have referrals for the Markham-Stouffville area, sort of north of Toronto? How can they reach you? What's the best way other than Facebook?
Okay, well, our direct contact would be 416-606-6206, and our office in Stouffville at Remax All Stars. And then you can always email us at team@trentadotorres.com. And then, yes, Facebook's okay.
Instagram's great too.
Instagram's great. All social media, without plugging it in too much. But yeah, no, again, we'll represent, we'll always, this is one thing that we work really hard.
Your people are our people.
Absolutely. And
Awesome.
thank you.
I love it.
Valerie, for having us. And
thank you.
I had fun.
You guys are awesome. And
thank you.
And I mean, I have to say, Adele, your kids are the most photogenic in the world. I mean,
thank you.
Doesn't hurt when you have stinking cute kids on
It doesn't, does it?
No.
Thank you so much.
Ladies, thank you. You're awesome. Keep being awesome. I'm going to keep watching you online. You're always candidates for the good, in the good, bad, ugly. Every year you do a great job. So just thank you so much for representing our industry in such an amazing way. On days like today, when there are others that aren't, I really
that means a lot.
Like you.
That means
Thank
a lot.
you, Valerie. You're
Thank
an
you.
amazing mentor, and thank you so much.
I appreciate people like you. Have a great day and go enjoy this beautiful weather, and I will hopefully see you soon.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.